Welcome back, guys. Yeah, guys, we're officially at episode 5 this week. This week has been crazy for me. Like, guys, you don't understand. As much as I would like to say, okay, this week has been great, it has really not been great for me. It really has not been great for me because why the fuck am I suffering this week? Why the fuck was my week like too much? Too much, guys. So, since we are officially at episode 5 this week, I wanted to do a little bit of, shout out to my friends. Shout out to my friend that has been supporting me. It's been watching my podcast, been listening to each episode, and shout out to you people also that actually has been supporting me online and actually clicking the videos and actually listening to the podcast also. I am very grateful for you people. Thank you so much. And as you can see, we have a new site, and I'm trying to do my best. I got a new microphone, got a new setting. And yeah, guys, with that being said, I will actually say let's go directly into the first one of this week, guys. Welcome back, guys. For some of you that doesn't know who I am the host of Niger 90 Sports. Before I changed the name to Niger 90 Sport, where actually the name was Niger 90's Pigeons Podcast. So I changed the name and I said, you know what, we need to go with a different approach. And guys, last week we had some topics we were talking about. We had the issue with Simi. Simi was online and many tweets was made about her concerning the daycare of a mother. And yeah, and it's crazy. Many people are online and are actually coming for her and actually giving advice, so-called advice to Adekule Gold that he should divorce her on those things. And I think, you know what? You are not in the position to tell someone, the husband, what to do with his wife and what not to do. I think it's an issue between both of them. It's a thing between them, and I have been following what's been going on and the issue, and I have an update concerning that for you people, but we're going to talk about that later on. But for now, we have the first gist of this week, guys, and this gist is actually crazy because I am seeing so many things online on social media, and sometimes it's just crazy. What you see sometimes on social media is so crazy, guys, because I don't have a word for it for some of the things I've been seeing sometimes. But let me actually read some things online that I saw for you guys so that we can actually talk about this. And the first one is actually what I want to talk about is about a girl, and she said she is actually online and actually posted this about her husband, the sacrifice her husband has made. And this is crazy. I remember back in the days, you will hear something like this that, oh, the man has a hired head of the house. He has made so many sacrifices for his family. He prays or whatever, donates money, or he's the one not eating, he's not drinking, he's not doing anything. He's saving the money for his family, for his kids to actually have a better life. We don't hear things like this anymore. Let's be for real. We don't hear about this kind of stories anymore. We hear stories about people complaining about the man, he's not providing, he's not doing this, he's not doing that. But now we are actually hearing about someone actually that is actually sacrificing himself to actually get his family to actually have a better life. So let me read actually a tweet. Her name is Chidima Laide Abayomi, and she said, "My husband transferred 5,000 naira to me to manage. I was so happy and thanked him warmly. But later at night, while we were talking on the phone, I asked him a simple question: Have you eaten? He avoided the question. I asked again and again. Finally, he said something that broke my heart. He told me he was managing the little money left with him for the next day so he could just sleep like that. This same man only ate around 2 p.m. as his breakfast because he was trying to save money, yet he still sent 5,000 naira to his family. I asked him to tell me his remaining balance. When he did, my heart dropped. 1,200 naira, just 1,200 naira left with him. At that moment, I became quiet. This is not the first time he has put his family before himself, but this one touched me deeply. He refused. Sorry, I told him I could send him money to eat. He refused. He kept saying, I will manage. I ended the call quietly. Then I sent him 3,000 naira from the 5,000 naira he sent to me. I warned him, record yourself eating and send me the video before I will talk to you again. Because he was already insisting that he will return the money. He started calling me immediately, but I refused to pick his calls. I waited. There he was eating. There he was eating. The moment I saw it, I smiled so hard. My heart was so happy. How can a man be suffering just to make sure his family is okay? Before ending the conversation, I warned him again. Anytime you return looking worse than the way you left this house, I will send you back to look better than when you left. But the sweetest part, the way he was thanking me for the 3,000 naira I sent him. Meanwhile, it was the same money he sent to me earlier. Life. Good men are truly going through a lot for their families. Sometimes they keep quiet, sometimes they sacrifice in silence, sometimes they keep quiet, sometimes they sacrifice in silence, sometimes they go through hunger just so their family can smile. May God bless my husband. Amen. And may God bless every man out there silently struggling to make life better for their family. So, like I said before, there are still good men out there, okay? Don't let anybody tell you different. Woman, don't let anybody fumble your bag. If you are in a toxic relationship and this man is not even up to what I just read out, don't be sass, okay? What are you waiting for? Why are you wasting your time on this guy? I don't understand. So many women complain, yeah, the man is not doing this, the man is not providing, the man is not doing this, he's not bringing money to the table, he's not taking care of the kids, he's not taking care of their needs, he's not helping in the house, and all of those, this. We hear so many complaints. But here, we have a different one. And you know what I love? I love a good story. I love to bring you people a good story about actually men that are actually doing the right thing. They are providing, okay? They are providing. They are doing what they're supposed to do. This one is even starving just to get his family that kind of chin money he has, just to get his family the rest. And he even sent the whole money and he was not eating. And this is crazy. We still have men like this that actually sacrifice themselves for their family. There are still good men out there. Woman, don't give up hope. This shows me again and again and again and again that are still good men out there. They are providing. They are ready to provide for the family. They are ready to sacrifice anything they have for their family. They are ready to just do anything for their family so that their family has the best life they wish for them. There are still men like that. So don't let anybody fumble your bag and tell you different. If you, like I said before, if you are in a relationship and this guy is not doing what he's supposed to do, don't stay inside this relationship. Don't sacrifice yourself for this man and he's not bringing anything to the table. Don't do it, girls. Don't. And stop giving all these man wifely materials. Like some of us are in a relationship. You are not even his wife. You don't have a ring on your finger, but you are already doing wifely things. So I'm confused. Why the heck are you giving this man wifely material things when he's not even bringing anything to the table? Where's the fucking ring? And we are here complaining every time and every time again. Where is the fucking ring? 16 years in, you still don't get the ring. 5 years in, there's no ring, there's no change. If a man is not telling you or showing you exactly who he is or what he's supposed to be doing, leave his ass. He's not gonna do it. Okay? Don't let a man promise you things when he's not ready to show you actually what he's promising. Okay? Because time and time again, we see this woman, they come online, they say, I've been in a relationship with this guy 6 years and he has not proposed. He's telling me, yeah, I should wait. The right time will come. Girl, the right time is not coming, okay? The right time is not gonna come. A man knows when he has the right woman on his side, he's gonna propose. He's gonna propose. He ain't got no time. He ain't gonna wait 16 years to propose to you. This morning, actually, I want to talk about this thing. Since we're in a relationship, actually, on sacrifice, I watched what is it called? Tonight's conversation podcast with Ace Metaphor and the panel. I love watching this, and I have the app on my phone. And I watched one this morning. The woman was coming to the microphone, and she had a question. This question was killing me because I was like, "Girl, time and time again, we see why some women just think what they are doing is great and they are there to sacrifice themselves for nonsense and always stay inside." So she asked a question like, "Yeah, I'm the first wife, and we are not together anymore since 20 years. I'm divorced, happily divorced." She said happily divorced even herself. And I'm like, okay, if you're happily divorced, why are you asking this question about your ex then? I'm confused. So she said, to make it clear to you people, she said like she was the first wife, and this guy, he's been with many wives after her. So he's been married to the second, to the third, to the fifth, to the fourth. He's been married. And but he still calls her up to get advice and all those things. And I was like, girl, what do you mean? Are you still married to this guy or are you divorced? Because I'm confused. And she's like, no, 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 no. We divorced 20 years, happily divorced. I'm single. And I'm like, okay, so where's the issue? I don't get it. Why are you asking question concerning him when you are already 20 years divorced? You're supposed to move on. You were supposed to not even think about this guy. You were supposed to like living your best life. You were supposed to be outside. You know what I mean? Like what Cardi B said. You're supposed to be outside and mingling and dating and whatever. Why are you here in the panel asking this question? So I was like, everyone on the panel was like, what is going on? You need to give us context because I don't understand what is going on. So she then clarified. She said like yeah, he still live in the same house, in the same house where they got together. And I'm like, wait a damn minute, are you living 20 years after divorce? Are you still living with this guy? Yes or no? She's like, no, 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 we're not living together. I'm living somewhere else, but he's living in their house with his new wife. So where's the issue? Why are you so invested inside his business? It's not your business anymore. Okay, I get it. You have kids together and you're gonna be in each other's life constantly. But girl, don't call me. You understand what I mean? Like the only time you're supposed to call me is when it's concerning my kids, our kids. That's the only time I'm gonna pick the phone. Anything other than that, don't fucking call me. Because for me, it's like 20 years divorce. Oh, bro, I would be already like down, 10 toes down inside a relationship and trying to think about marriage again or something else. So why are you invested? She's like, yeah, 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 yeah. No, 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 you get it all wrong. But he's the one calling me. He calls her also for her birthday and don't call me. I get it. It's nice. I appreciate it. You know what? Send a text. If you want to wish me well, send a text. That's it. Like I'm like, if you want to wish me happy birthday or whatever, send a fucking text or send a letter, whatever you want to do, a postcard, send it. Don't call me. Why are you calling me? I don't get it. And she's like, yeah, but wait, the way I grew up is like the first wife is the one that they always come to for help and everything. I'm like, where the fuck do you grow up, girl? Where the heck do you grow up? In which kind of household or religion do you grow up that you divorce the guy 20 years later and you still minding his business? Girl, you are divorced on paper, but emotionally, you are not divorced. You still there and you still so invested in his business that you don't even see it. Like I was like, and she was, and the panel was like discussing. They were like, "Girl, you crazy for this? Why you like you too invested in his business?" She like, yeah, I'm here for advice, and you know, you people bashing me. It's not about bashing somebody. It's about letting you see actually what you're doing is wrong, and letting you actually see that you are so invested in this guy's life. You don't even know yourself. You don't feel it yourself, and you think what you are doing is the right thing, but it's not. It's the wrong thing, girl. That's why you're still single. And they asked her like, yeah, so how you going on dates? And she like, yeah, I go on dates, but it's like, you know, the guys are like, some of them are like, yeah, single in a relationship or divorced and still somehow in a relationship. And I'm like, I'm watching the video like, girl, No wonder that you are still always attract. This is what happens when you are mingling with people and God tell you, you know what, as long as you're not healed, as long as you don't move on emotionally from this guy and your past relationship, I'm gonna keep sending you guys like that. That's why she's still single 20 years later. Girl, and she was not even young. I think she was like 45 or something years old. 20 years later, girl, and you still thinking about this man. You even come on a panel to ask about the guy that you yourself divorced 20 years. And I'm like, this is crazy. I ain't got no business coming up here and be asking about someone that I divorced myself. I would be living my best life somewhere outside, dating up and down and thinking about the next guy that maybe I'm gonna settle down with, and maybe this one is gonna work out. This is what I will be thinking, not some dude that I divorced. Like, but guys, let me know actually what you think about this, because this was crazy. If you have never watched the Tonight's Conversation podcast, go and check them out. Like I said before, they have great convos, and there are some great questions that all of us gonna learn out of it. Because sometimes we think, okay, just because I live a relationship, that somehow I'm healed, but you're not. And the issue is with us, especially we black people, we don't want to go to, we don't want to talk to a cyclic, we don't want to go to, what do you call it? Um, what do you call it again? We don't want to talk about the emotional. We don't want to see someone to help us actually. So we kind of like, as a black woman in Nigeria, growing up in Nigeria, I was never taught like, if you have issue in your childhood, you're supposed to talk about, childhood trauma, or whatever you want to call it. If you have childhood trauma, emotional trauma, whatever, you're supposed to look actually for help, seek help outside and talk about this. We were never taught this thing. So I get it that we black people, especially black people, we struggle with this kind of thing to talk about our emotion. It's very difficult for us and people don't understand it. And then we go inside a relationship and we still carry this baggage from our post trauma. We carry the childhood trauma from the parents, the way my our parents grew up, or we see what was going on in the house. We still carry these things, all this baggage with us inside a new relationship, and we think we already heal, but you never heal because you still carrying this baggage with you, and you think what you're doing is the right thing. But guys, let me actually know what you think about this conversation. If you like this kind of conversation, I can keep coming up with this one and we can keep going. But for now, guys, let's move on to the next one. Like I said before, let's talk about the news I have for you. The next one is actually about an ex-bank teller folds 30 million lottery scam after suspicious woman makes three deposit. So his name is Oluwa, and Oluwa said, I worked as a bank teller. A woman came with her daughter to deposit 100,000 naira. She said it was very urgent, so I posted it quickly and gave her the receipt. 30 minutes later, she returned with another 200,000 naira, same urgency. An hour later, she came again trying to jump the square with another 100,000 naira. That was when I stopped her and asked what the money was for, or I won't post the cash. At first, she lied, but her daughter later told me the truth. She received a mail she won 30 million naira, and when they asked her to pay to clear the money, she received a mail she won 30 million naira, and when they asked her, sorry, I read that already. She kept borrowing money everywhere to send. The woman was a teacher, educated. Greed can make people stop thinking. So, this is the story, but let me actually clear the whole thing up a little bit more for you guys. A former bank teller has recounted how his alertness on the job saved a school teacher from losing a significant sum of money to a classic advance fee scam after the woman made three separate cash deposits within hours, each more urgent than the last. The man shared the account in a post that has since gone viral, describing how a woman arrived at his counter, accompanied by her daughter, to deposit 100,000 naira, stressing the urgency of the transaction. He processed it promptly and issued her a receipt. 30 minutes later, she was back with another 100,000 naira, citing the same sense of urgency. Then, roughly an hour later, She returned a third time with yet another 100,000 naira, this time attempting to bypass the square entirely. The pattern was so suspicious to ignore. The teller stopped her and flatly refused to progress the deposit unless she explained the purpose. Oh my god, I can't read anymore. I can't read anymore. Oh God. The purpose of the repeated transaction. The woman immediately deflected his questions. But her daughter eventually disclosed the truth. The woman has received an email informing her that she had won 30 million naira and was being 30 million naira and was being instructed to keep sending money in order to clear and release this prize. What made the situation more alarming, the former teller revealed what that was that the woman had been borrowing money from multiple sources to fund the payment, a sign of how deeply she has been drawn into deception. Perhaps most striking of all was her background. The victim was a school teacher, an educated professional, a detail the teller highlighted to underscore that literally and academically achievement offer no guarantee shied against the physiological manipulation that food source scams. Greed can make people stop thinking, he wrote plainly in a closing remark that has resonated strongly with readers across the platform. Ha! You know, you need to be careful. Though. Some people will scam you out of your money. You don't even know what is happening to you. I don't. You know what? If you don't send me like what do you call it? If person don't send me like a receipt, like the check, like I want 30 million naira and I'm clearing money, I need to send money first before you can send me the money. You know exactly it's a scam. You know exactly it's a scam. Now so the scam people. You are telling me I want whole 10 or how much 30 million naira and I'm supposed to send a deposit before that. That is a scam. This is how they play us and you live in Nigeria and you get scam like this, if you are from Nigeria and you know this kind of trick that they use for you, you know exactly it's scam. Because how the heck did I want 20 million naira and you're expecting me to first send money? That doesn't fucking make any sense. I'm sorry. That's the easiest trick they use nowadays. Like this is so old. It's in the old book of school, if you know what I mean. This is the old book of scamming school. This is what they do. They tell people to send money as guarantee so that you can collect actually the money you want. And still, nah nonsense. You don't say nah nonsense. We just talk that kind of thing, nah nonsense. You don't say nah no true. You don't want anything. They just want to scam you of money. But we hear stories like this all the time that happens to many people. Many people will get scammed and they still think, yeah, and they will still sit down there and be thinking like, yeah, why did I get scammed? Why didn't I see the sign? Girl, are you for real? You saw the sign. You just chose to ignore it. Especially I'm sorry, especially if you are from Nigeria, you know exactly this is a scam. You know exactly this is a scam and it's not going to work. And anybody else, maybe it could work on somebody from UK or whatever, or Germany or whatever you are living. But in Nigeria, come on, we know the books. We know the old scamming book. We know it now. We wrote down now. Now Nigerian people wrote this book now, so you cannot scam me out of my money. Expect me to come and sit down and expect this thing. Uh-uh. That she even go, but it's really she should be lucky actually that the guy that is working at the bank actually was so sharp and he was like, wait a damn minute, what's going on? The first hour she came, make a deposit from 100,000 naira. Not up to 1 hour again. She came again, make a deposit for 100,000 naira. The third time she's coming again. So what is going on? Why are you here making deposit after deposit of money like this? What is going on? Of course, you know, sometimes as a bank, you work there, you just mind your business. You'll be like, you know what, I don't care. Like, I'm just doing my work. But for you to be suspicious of this kind of thing, then you know, say something is going on somewhere because as a school, especially also all now, you ask her, she was a school teacher. As a school teacher, educated, and you are not suspicious about this kind of thing. I don't know. Me, I don't know. I don't know. But let me know actually what you think people about this guy because I'm in my head I was just like nah. You cannot be suspicious as a school teacher about this thing and somebody scam you out of money like this and you still tell me say you don't know. You don't feel it in your bones. There's something wrong. Anybody that doesn't know Omotola is a very, 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 very. She's a veteran in the Hollywood movies, and she's like Mercy Johnson, like what do you call her? Funke Akindele. Those are the veterans of old school Nollywood movies. Where when you were watching all these old school movies, like where they were not even really kissing, they were dressing. The wig was synthetic wig, was doing somehow, it was late somehow. They were dressing kinky, skinky mini skirts and everything. You know what I'm talking about. My Nigerian people know who I'm talking about. If I say Omotola, you know exactly who I'm talking about. So Omotola, veteran Nollywood actress Omotola Jalade Akinde has opened up about a narrowing experience from her teenage years, revealing that she once ventured into a dangerous neighborhood in Mushin, Lagos, to borrow money from notorious street leaders in a desperate bid to pay her brother's school fees. The actress made the disclose during her appearance on the Afro Politician show, recounting a story that painted a vivid picture of the financial hardship she faced growing up. She was just 15 years old at the time, and college and the film industry had taken her through what she described as a rough ghetto environment to meet a group of men known in the area for offering loans and for being dangerous. When she arrived, the men were gathered in a sitting room. Undeterred by the intimidating setting, the young Omotola pleaded her case, telling them she urgently needed money for her brother's school fees. Those bad guys were there, like in the sitting room, and I begged them that I was looking for money for my brother's school fees, she recalled, adding soberly that she man could have harmed her. She credited divine protection for the fact that the encounter did not take a darker turn. The men agreed to lend her the money. However, the relief was short-lived. When the time came to repay the debt, Amotola was unable to meet obligations, triggering a series of threats from the leaders that could eventually reach a family's doorstep. In what she describes as a tense confrontation at her home, the men arrived to recover what they were owned and left with the family's television and DVD player, taking the items as compensation for the unpaid loan. The actress' candid account has stirred widespread reaction, with many admirers expressing admiration for her resilience and the length she was willing to go to support her family at such a young age. This is crazy. I didn't even know about that. That's just a crazy story. Like, you borrowing money for suspicious people. Ghetto. You will come enter ghetto. At what age? At 16, 15 years. Nah, lie. As 15 years, I don't get any. You know when they say I don't get business going to ghetto to go and borrow money for anybody. I don't get business because I know nowadays the ghetto Nigeria is different. You can enter the ghetto now, but you need to be cautious. But that time, I remember that time when I was still living in Nigeria. Anybody that know ghetto for Nigeria, and I'm not even talk ghetto for Germany or not ghetto for US. So if you enter ghetto for that time, 10 years ago, 20 years ago for Nigeria, you go pray, 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 pray. If you come out of that ghetto there alive, be thanking God. Be thanking your God that is even the angel that was put on your shoulder was helping you to come out of that place. Because hey, you don't understand. Any people that live in Nigeria years or has been living in Nigeria know exactly what I'm talking about. Because ghetto for Nigeria na no joke. Now no joke. Let's be for real. Now no joke. Ghetto for Nigeria is different than ghetto for Germany or ghetto for UK or ghetto for US. You don't understand. If you enter ghetto for Nigeria or for Ghana or anywhere in Africa, ha, be thanking your Lord that you come out straight, or be thanking your Lord that you are still walking. You're still left with one arm, you still left with both arms and both feet, or eyes and nose and everything. Be thanking God though, because there's no way you're gonna leave the ghetto there and you still be attached to your body or anything like that. So guys, let's move on actually to the next one I have is actually a dilemma from Reddit. And the dilemma goes, my dad 60 hid a mistress 48 and a fourth child for 16 years, even 7 years after my mom passed away. Now I feel like I'm grieving someone who is still alive, and three of us as birth kids of my mom are progressing together. The story is long, guys, but stick with me. I'm struggling to process something that just came out in my family. I'm sorry. My dad recently had a stroke with one arm being paralyzed and is going through medication and physiotherapy. Because my sibling and I are alive abroad and our mom passed away 7 years ago, relatives and neighbors believe he was completely alone and that no one was taking care of him. During this time, the truth finally came out. He confessed to my aunt that for the past 16 years, He has had a mistress and a 16-year-old son with her. Now, wow, ewo. They even have an apartment together. The boy looked exactly like him. Our legal family lived in one city. He worked in another city far away. That's where he had his mistress and their son and can manage time between two families. Our legal family every weekend and a separate family for most parts of the week. They had him while I was living with my dad due to my high school, which is unbelievable how to he would do it. My dad hasn't told us yet. All of this was told to me by my aunt. I have communicated with this with my siblings, and we are progressing together and prepared for when my dad had enough courage and healed to confess. My brother was having some frozen time hearing about this. He asked for a lot of pauses during the discussion while my sister was raging and crying. I also cried a lot, but my job is to make sure we stick together and get through this. My mom passed away 7 years. While she was alive, she sometimes suspected he had another family. He always denied it and told her she was just being jealous or paranoid. He even swore that she was the one and only woman in his life. At one point, he even made me help clear his image in front of relatives and neighbors and said that he had no other children. He said I should do this in front of my mother's altar, and I did it. Looking back, I feel sick thinking about it. Around the same time this other child was born, everything in my dad's life started falling apart, financially and health wise as well. He started two businesses that had both ended in heavy debt. He gradually stopped supporting our family or do minimum. Apparently, it's because he has another family to support. My mom had to work extra to support my siblings until she was too weak to carry on due to terminal cancer. I became financially independent after my first year of college, which is like 14 years ago. As I was strawberry picking in the summer during college and working in corporate at the moment, and for the past 6 to 7 years, has also helped support my siblings. After my mom passed away, I helped pay for their bachelor's and master degrees. Siblings and I live in the same continent, and for us, we always struggle and they think about how to fulfill our financial duty, when to move back home, who can come to him in which time, or how to move him closer to us, especially me as I'm the oldest and the country where I'm based is favored by all of us. Meanwhile, my dad keep asking me for money due to his failed business pressures. I gave him total 8 years of my savings. Oh wow. Because he kept insisting he will repay me after selling some real estate investments. That repayment had never happened. My brother had to give him money too behind my back, as my dad told him not to tell me. In total, it's 10 years of our hard saving. We work hard and at minimum spending. Now I realize I was living he was living a perfect double life the entire time. What's confusing is how I feel right now. It feels like a funeral inside my heart, even though it's still alive. I'm not only grieving my mom and her misery for dying without knowing full truth and being blamed for a correct sixth sense, I feel like I'm grieving my father I thought I had. Has anyone else experienced something like this? How do you even progress betrayal this deep? Why my dad did it? How to support my siblings better? Wow, this is crazy. Oh my god. This is I need to breathe for a second, guys. I need to breathe because this is heavy. You know when they say this is heavy? This is heavy. This is heavy. I've heard from so many betrayals in my life, but this is heavy when you read something. Can you imagine you read a story from someone that you don't even know and you just feel like hugging them? They deserve a hug. You just want to, I don't know, you just want to hug them and just take them into your arms and just be like, I'm so sorry you went through this. I'm so sorry you all went through this. And I'm so sorry for your mom. This is crazy, heavy and crazy. I've never heard of, we heard about people, they live a double life. We hear all those nonsense. Okay. This is not new. We hear about this, but that the mom was even working two jobs, rest in peace to his mom, first of all. And like, the siblings borrowed him money, like crazy, mind blowing. You don't understand. When I tell you something is mind blowing, this is mind blowing for me because I'm like, I need to progress this. I need to progress this. And they didn't even hear it from himself. They heard it from their aunts. The aunt is the one telling them all the stories. Like, oh my God. And the mom was already suspecting something like this, you know. She was already like, she has a suspicion. She was like, I can feel it. This is why I say we women, when we feel like our partners are cheating or doing something behind our back, we feel it in our bones. We feel it in our heart when something is wrong somewhere. But you get this, you know, you talk to your partner and or your soulmate or your whatever you want to call it, you talk to them and you want this assurance like what you are feeling is actually wrong, is not the right thing. And he made sure to tell her, no, what you are feeling is wrong, and you know, maybe you are the one. Then victim blame. This is crazy. He did not only victim blame her, he used her. She was working double to try to save everything he invested in so many business to fail. And behind her back, he is been supporting another family. He has a second family. He was living a double life. First of all, that's crazy. And he had like, I think he had like three kids with the wife, with the deceased wife. He had three kids with her. And hey, this is crazy. Now I think they are in the, I think, how old are the kids now? Yes, he had three kids. Three kids with the mom of the boy that is talking, you know, and they are now 23, 29, and 21. So this is crazy. And the child he had with a mistress is 16 years old female. First of all, this child doesn't even know about the second family. This one doesn't even know about anything. This one is clueless to all those things that is going on. She doesn't even know that she has siblings somewhere. They also don't even know anything about this. And this is what I talk about when I tell you karma is a bitch. Karma will always get it right. Karma is a bitch because now clearly he's paying for all the mistakes he's made. He suffered heat stroke. It's not a joke. He suffered that, and he's all his business are failing. He doesn't have money to pay for anything, and he loses his wife. First of all, the wife died because of cancer. Rest in peace for her soul. And this is crazy. And she didn't even had the he didn't even give her the chance to even come clean when she had cancer. This was your chance to actually come clean and tell her, actually, oh, babe, this is what I did, and I'm sorry. I need to have your forgiveness. I just want to let you know this. You didn't even have it in your bones to let her know about this thing. She died knowingly, not knowing about these things. She died not knowing anything about what you did behind her back. And now the aunt is telling the kids, and I can feel with the kids. I know what they're going through. I don't physically know what they're going through, but I can imagine what they are going through. Like, bro, we are not only grieving our past mom, now we are grieving what you are telling us, because I feel like I don't know him. I don't even know who this man is. He was my dad, but I don't even know. Is this my father? Who is this? Who is this man? I don't understand. Because this is crazy. If you have any advice for this family, just guys, write it in the comment section. I'm gonna post it on Reddit also, and in the comment section from where he wrote it. I'm gonna post it there. Just let's talk about this actually for a second, because this is crazy. If you think you know how to grieve a person, write it in the comment section, because I've lost my grandpa, I've lost my grandmom. Rest in peace to both of them. And but there was never, you know, a betrayal between both of them. There was no secrets that we didn't know about. There was nothing hiding under the sun that they didn't talk about. You understand what I mean? He should have been so gracious to tell his wife what he did. You know, he took that away from her. To tell her the truth, he took that away from her. And this is what he's paying for now. He is paying for his past mistake. This is what he's paying for now. And there's no right of doing this. There's no right to do this right again. There's nothing he can do right but this. I'm sorry. Even he should be lucky that his kids are still talking to him. He should be lucky. Like, they helped him out with their money, with their savings. The second kids didn't told him anything, didn't told the older brother anything. She is also gave the father money because of the failed business. And can you imagine, like, in your life, like, you are helping your dad out, your family member out, and you don't even know, or your mom, or what you want to call it, you are helping them out, and you don't even know that they are actually, the money you are sending them or the money you are giving them is actually to support the second family they are having behind your back. It's Can you imagine something like this? This is crazy. I'm helping you out. I'm giving you money so that you can pay the bills. You can do this. You can actually save your business. And the money that I'm paying you, or the money that I'm giving you for my savings, for my hard-earned money savings, you are using this money for the second family you are having behind my mom's back. This is guys. This is mind blowing. Mind blowing. Like, I've read so many stories on Reddit before, but some of them are sometimes crazy. So, like I said before, we're gonna talk a little bit about Simi and what has actually, if we have a new update on Simi and what has been going on, and so many people are so many people are making the accusation about her. And many people are saying, yeah, if you have not done anything, why are you not talking? Why are you not doing anything? So some people say also online, yeah, Simi Adekule Gold should divorce his wife. And he said, no, I'm not gonna divorce my wife. For what? Why should I divorce my wife? So I'm gonna read that a little bit, and then we're gonna go actually to the movie you can watch this week. So Adekule Gold will not divorce. Simi Adekule Gold not getting divorced. Manager debunks report. The manager of soul food singer Simi has dismissed reports circulating online that the artist and her husband Adekule Gold are headed for a divorce, describing the viral climb as false. Simi's manager Vincent said the rumor, which spread widely across social media, was based on a fabricated document that was presented as the divorce petition allegedly filed by Adekule Gold. The document, dated February 28, 2026, claimed that the couple's marriage had irretrievably broken down and alleged prolonged emotional, financial, and professional control. It also sought the solution of the marriage and joint custody arrangement for their children. Some online reports suggest the petition had been filed at the High Court of Lagos State. Reacting to the document circulating online, Vincent said it contains clear indication that it was not genuine, and pointed to what is described as technical legal errors. It's fake and fabricated. First, stage names are not tenable in any count of justice worldwide as indicated in the document. So, the rumor has gained construction. The rumor has gained traction on social media after old posts attributed to Simi resurfaced, with some users interpreting them as possible signs of material strain. Adekule Gold's recent return to social media after a short break also sparked speculation among fans, with some reading meaning into his post. I don't know. Like I said before, so many people talk nonsense about them, and I just think if you don't know what is going on, if you don't have, like I said the last time, if you listen to the last episode that I talk about, and if you don't actually have enough evidence, if you don't have concrete evidence, stop making claims online. This is just for me. I will always say this I will always stand 10 toes down with this, because if you don't have climb, if you don't have backup to climb, make your climb, don't talk. Okay? Don't come online and be talking nonsense, because you can ruin people's life. You are ruining people's life, people's relationship, people's marriage with this nonsense you are saying. I get it. If this really happened, if this really happened in the daycare of our mom, we get it. Okay? But come forward if you have really fast proof. If your proof is really right, come forward and let us know about it. Then, okay, we can start pointing fingers. But if you don't have 100% proof about what you're talking about and making claims like this, bro, I'm just gonna say this for you people out there that don't get it. You don't have the kind of money for a lawyer like they have, okay? You coming online and talking bullshit about people when you don't even have the kind of money that they have to sue your nyash, okay? Go and sit down and read your books. Don't mind your business. Mind your business. Some people need to learn the hard way. Some people need to learn the hard way. I don't even get it. What nowadays is this nonsense people are talking about? Yeah, she did this, she did that, blah 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 blah. Yeah, of course, she made a lot of mistake in her past with posting this kind of thing. You know exactly when you post something on X online, anything you do online is gonna haunt you one day. 10 toes is real. Anything you post online and you know you didn't know better that time, but now you are older, you are wiser, you know what you did was wrong, this post is gonna come out somehow. Somebody is gonna sit down somewhere in their room in the dark. They don't know what to do with their life, with themselves, and trying to ruin you with this post you made 10 years ago. It's just the truth. It's just the truth. This is why I always tell people, be careful what you post online, be careful what you type online, be careful what you talk about online, because sometimes people will make a video of you. They will record it, they will post it, they will save it, so that 10 years later they have something against you in their hand. And you can't back it up. You can't back it up because this is your post. This is the post you make. Nobody else. You made this post. So and somebody say, why are you triggered if you are not guilty? So many are criticizing her almost online. One woman wrote, almost every woman I know personally has been sexually assaulted at some point in their lives. You can't think it's okay to shut people up from speaking up about assault because some people lie. If you lie, you should face consequences. But that's not the conversation I'm having, nor is it one I'm interested in having. How many of your male friends have they lied against? How many of your friends have actually assaulted women as vibes? Women are terrified to go out. Women in their homes are not safe either. Ask your sisters, ask your female friends, ask your girlfriends, ask your wives. We are not all crazy. Stop molesting women, she wrote. So, the singer also urged men to hold themselves accountable for pervert acts and words against women and children. She revealed that she often feels unsafe when talked, working with her daughter, stressing the need for a safer society for women and children. And she wrote also, men should hold other men accountable. Many of you create safe space for your friends. Pervert and wicked behavior because I'm not like that. I take a pumpkin paper spray when I walk outside alone or with my daughter. Do you think I'm scared of other women? If you are not a rapist and people calling out rapists bother you, you need to sit down and have a conversation with yourself, because why are you triggered if you are not guilty? She read it. Um, yeah, as I don't know. I don't know. It's a lot. This is what I mean. Like when I say, you know what, she has been, you know, she has been actually been online and talking so many things concerning girls, women that are actually facing sexual assault in their home, and this she has been using her platform since long ago. This is what I said the last time in my pods also. She has been one of those women. She's using her platform. Of course, many people now, her tweets where she made in 2014, I think, is now coming back and backfiring on her. Of course, many people are saying, yeah, you posted this, you talk about young boys, and yeah, he did you good, and you can't walk again, or you don't feel your leg. Now you are saying something different. Now many men are coming forward and saying they experienced this in your mom's daycare. Now you are not talking about this, but clearly you are here trying to come for women, trying to come for men that are actually doing those kind of things, but you are not here to hold yourself accountable because of the things you posted in your past. I get it. And I said also, like I said before, if you post something nasty in your past, you made some comments in your past, you make some posts in your past on social media, on X or wherever, be careful, because it can be used against you later if something comes up. And people are gonna dig. Some people will dig. They will dig. They will not only dig, 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 they will dig, 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 dig deep to find something against you to use. And this is what happened. I'm really sorry for her that she's going through this thing, especially because how many months now? I think not that long she got her kids. I think last year, yeah, last year she got twins. And you go through parenthood, womanhood, you experience all those things, and you are trying to rest, get to actually enjoy the new life you brought to the world. And this is actually what she's facing now. And it's crazy. This is what she's facing now, and this is what they are accusing her of. And it's just, I'm just sorry for her, and it's not easy. It's not really easy. And like I said before, if actually this thing happened, then you need to hold your head high and say, actually, okay, I knew about this, and I need to out somehow make a statement. You understand what I mean? If she really knew about all those things that's been going on in her mom's daycare, I get it. Then you need to actually apologize and hold yourself accountable for these things, and you need to face the music. But if it's not true, you people need to stop. Okay? You people just need to stop. Enough is enough. You can't just come for people online like that and expect them to sit quietly in their house and not do something. you know, because I just think it's crazy. That's just my opinion. I just think it's crazy accusation making about her and her mom's taking. It's just crazy to me. Like, but let me actually know what you people think about this. Do you actually think is this true what they are saying? The accusation shots against her online and the whole tweets. And what do you think about the dilemma that I read out about the 60-year-old man that was actually living a double life and he didn't tell his wife actually till she died of cancer, and now their children know this story about him through their aunts, and he's not even the one telling them the story. It's the aunts telling them the story. So let me actually know what you people think about these two stories. Let's talk about this. Write in the comment section and let me actually know what your thoughts is about this conversation, and let's talk about this, guys. With that being said, let's go actually directly into the last one of this part. So, guys, welcome back. The last one I want to talk about is actually the top 5 movies to watch on Netflix, or also Nollywood movies you can watch. Like, there are some great Nollywood movies, they don't show them on YouTube. So, if you want to watch this kind of movies, you have to have, if you're, of course, living in Nigeria, go to cinema and watch this movie. If you're living in Germany, I don't know where you can watch this movie. You can't watch those movies online. You can watch them online. Actually, there are some great Nigerian apps, movie apps, but you need to pay for them like me. I have some Nigerian apps, I watch them, and I pay also monthly for them so that I can watch those great movies. But if you have not heard about those movies, let me actually read out my top 5 movies you need to watch if you are living in Nigeria up road that you can watch in the cinema. So the first one is Behind the Scene, and the movie is showing in cinemas nationwide. I don't know. I think in Germany it's not running with us, but it would be great actually if it's running here. And the movie is produced from Funke Akindele. We have great people actually in this movie. We have Toby Bakre, we have Yabo Joe, we have Uche Montana, and Ibrahim Chata are also featured in this movie. The movie became the highest crossing film of 2025, and as well as the highest earning Nigerian film of all time, with a peek behind the curtain of typical African rich auntie persona. And the co-director is, of course, Tunde Olaye. The December release follows breadwinner Runke, who gives to her family will until the cracks begin to show. So if you have not watched the movie, like I said before, go and watch the movie. Behind the Scene is still showing in cinemas nationwide. The second one we have, of course, is Ginger. And Ginger is already, since last year, it's been running also nationwide in cinema since September 26th. And the movie is featured, of course, we have Bisola, and we have Bolaji Ogumalo, and we have Wumi Torolio, and we have many great actress and actor acting in this movie also, and Linus Blower as four childhood friends embark on their chaotic, action-packed mission to steal a charm box of gold, even though it's technically Lala's interference. Ginger is the collaborative effort of producers Ayole, I can't read the name, I'm sorry. And the film released just a few days before the October Independence Day holidays, currently the highest crossing Nollywood September release of all time. That's my second one. The third one I have is Over Sabi Auntie. And I love this movie. I've watched this movie, Over Sabi Auntie, and I swear to God, if I recommend movie to you guys, go and watch it. I'm not just talking, I'm not just blabbling. I'm actually telling you the truth. This movie is great. The first one and the third one, oh my God. You don't understand. If Funke and Tony make movies, guys, you need to go and watch it. You don't get it. Obasabi Auntie is just, and the craziest thing is the way they have been promoting this movie up and down, up and down. The promo that I saw online, wow, I was blown away. The promo, the way Nigerians promote their movies, you can never top it. I don't care what anybody says. The way we Nigerians promote our movies with ease, with fun, with entertainment, you don't get it. This is how you promote a movie, and people will still keep talking about it. 2 years, 3 years, people will still watching their movie. And this is what I'm talking about. Over Sabi Auntie is a movie with produced by Tony Ibrahim in a national debut and latest December release. Toyin portrays Tone, an overzealous church ushers who meddles in everyone else's business, unaware that her seemingly perfect home is falling apart. So we have starring Mike Edzunwoye, I don't know if I say the name right, with Eni Odolua, Ife Eliyat, we have Bianca Ugo as well also. And the movie has been out since last year, 2025, and quickly climbed. And it's also going to make Ibrahim Aye Yemi the second indigenous filmmaker to cross the 1 billion mark as the Nigerian box office. This movie is great. Guys, the way Nigerian can make movie and you will sit down, even if the movie is 3 hours, you will just sit down and be watching it because the entertainment behind the movie is just the thing that is holding you on your seats just to watch the movie 3 hours. You don't get it. So the first movie I have is the Ori the Rebirth. And Ori is about when his fetish mother-in-law strikes Bisade, Wilt can't save him. As he loses his memory and finds himself caught between past, present loves, is Ori or Inayed is the only thing that can protect him. In this remark of veteran actor Ademola 2014, classic directed with Tokbe Ademoye and Adebayo Tijani. The film premiered on Workers' Day and has a remarkable box office performance. So and the last one, there are many great movies, guys. There are actually many, many great movies. And the last one I want to talk about, but I've talked about this movie before. The last one for me that is always gonna make it, the movie that is always gonna make it to my top five Nollywood movies you are supposed to be watching is Labake Olododo. And Labake is a movie actually produced. The movie has been out since last year, also since last year, March 28th, and the movie is produced by Yabo Ojo. Yabo Ojo is the warrior and a violent part to revenge on a neighboring town. For Labake, the fame Akogun of Lukosi, Love is Less Than an Aftermath, that is until he comes into the mix. The film, which hit the cinema right before the 8 at Fear celebration, was produced by Ojo and also stars Scarlett Gomez, Tayo Faniran, Femi Adebayo, Rotimi Fakunle, and Lababa. You know what? I love my Yoruba names there, but sometimes it just confuse my head. Just the way some Nigerians names, you're not Nigerians, you know when you try to spell some Yoruba names, you have it in your head how to spell it out, but when you say it, it sounds different. That's just me. And like I said, that's the last movie. Go and watch those great movies, guys. Like I said, those movies has been running nationwide in everywhere in cinema. You can watch this movie. For my Nigerian people, you know exactly where to watch these movies. If you're living up road, also I know the movies. For example, Behind the Scene is running in UK, and Ofa Sabi is also running in the UK. So there's so many great movies. Ginger is also running in the UK. Also, I know, but in Canada also. I don't know exactly in Germany where you can watch. It would be really great if they actually come to Germany and promote all those movies actually, because we need movies like this. I swear to God, we need movies like this in Germany also, because sometimes you have great movies and you just be like, oh my God, I need to watch this in cinema, you know? And I would really, really love for our Nigerian actress Nollywood actually to come to Germany also and promote all these movies also, because it would be so great. I would like to go to cinema and watch actually a Nigerian movie in cinema, not only UK and US or whatever movie. It would be actually great if they bring Nollywood movies also into Germany. But it's just me saying, maybe by the grace of God, we will get it one day. But I'll still, that hope is long, 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 long gone, no, guys. And guys, with that being said, welcome. We are at the end of the show this week. I hope you enjoyed this week's episode. I hope you had fun with me. If you wanna, of course, keep up with us been going on, go and check out my podcast. Go and check out the new episode. And guys, go and also check out every last episode that I posted. If you want to watch the video, go and follow me on all my social medias. I'm gonna link them in the description box. With that being said, guys, thank you so much for this week, for tuning in this week and being my guest. Till next week, bye guys.